Hi, Mansi. Hi, Nikhil. Hi, Ruhan. Hi, Ritu. Hi, Shweta. Hi, Sandeep. Hi, Sayam. Uh, we'll start in 2 minutes, I think. We can start in 2 minutes. Hi, Apurva. वो टेंशन हो रही है. हाँ, so today mostly we'll be talking about that only कि last 2 दिन में क्या कर सकते हो अगर ज्यादा टेंशन हो रही है तो how to solve that. uh, Nikhil is saying please postpone IPMAT Indore. यार postpone तो नहीं होगा and I feel like you will also be very relieved. Like I remember being supremely relieved after the exam got over. So I think main तो वही होगा कि you will be very relieved. संदीप is saying दीदी मुझे क्वांट और हायर मैथ्स में बहुत प्रॉब्लम हो रही है और डर भी लग रहा है. हाँ तो we'll talk about that. बस एक और मिनट रुक जाते हैं. Ruhan, is it your first year in IIM Indore or second? This is my third year in IIM Indore. So this is my last year of undergrad. Then we'll go to, I mean, I'll be going to MBA. So maybe you all can mention in the chat box if there's anything that you want me to cover specifically apart from things that I've already decided. वो वैसे कर सकते हैं. Okay, we have 35 people right now. Okay, Mansi is asking, Sapna hai, I am Indore. Yeah, I am currently in my room right now. ये मैंने नहीं किया है, ये जो पहले रूम में था वो लोग ने actually कर दिया है. But I don't know if I can show my room because it's very messy. But yes. My stream was commerce with maths. How to not mess. Yeah, so I'll be talking about that. Just ठीक है. Yeah, I'm in the hostel right now. Safe score. Okay. मार्क्स यार द थिंग इज द पीपल दैट गॉट सिलेक्टेड उनके मार्क्स बताए नहीं है तो मुझे मेरा रैंक पता है. आई एम 14 ओवरऑल बट आई डोंट नो माय स्कोर. आई अटेम्प्टेड ऑल क्वेश्चंस एक्सेप्ट 4 इन क्यूए एमसीक्यू बट हमारा पैटर्न भी काफी अलग था तो यू कैन प्रॉब्ली चेक 2020 का पैटर्न. Okay, ठीक है. So I'll quickly just start with what I have in mind. Firstly, welcome everyone. I'm sure सबको बहुत tension हो रही होगी. मतलब नहीं हो रही है तो अच्छी बात है that you know you're chill and relax and that's good. There are like 2 days left and what I would suggest is that if you want to give your last final mock तो कल दे दो. Do not give it. कल भी actually I would say that last final देना है तो आज ही दे दो. कल मतलब do not give it at a stage where you feel like it can spoil your mental thinking and your thought process. The way I've structured this entire thing is into two parts. One, I'll just be saying ke paper kaise attempt kar sakte ho, and the second thing that I would want you guys to know is that how is it actually in the exam center. So when I'm talking about paper kaise attempt karte ho, to tab I'll address all these questions that everyone have. तो पहले तो when you are attempting the question paper, I hope you know about the ABC approach. अभी तक तो पता हो जाना चाहिए था, which is that you always solve the ones that are the quickest to solve. Then you move on to things that are moderately difficult and सबसे difficult वाले end में रखो. Although if you are picking a good number of questions for the easy part, तो ऐसा होगा ही नहीं कि मतलब you will reach the difficult वाला section and be able to solve a lot of questions over there. As far as the number of questions that are to be attempted, I would say that try attempting 25 QMCQ में से. Short answer negative marking है ही नहीं, तो मतलब मत ही कर, मतलब attempt everything basically. Accuracy, try as high as you can. The thing is, we can't predict the difficulty level of these papers, right? So I can't tell you that safe score क्या होगा because difficulty level नहीं पता है, but मैं इतना बोल सकती हूँ कि अगर it's the same as the past few years, like the trend is repeating, so then you can attempt around 25 in MCQ. Verbal ability, try to attempt 95% of the questions with full 100% accuracy. And short answer में also वो देख लो कि तुम सब अटेम्प्ट कर रहे हो. कुछ चीजों में लाइक तुम्हें पता भी नहीं है तो लिख आओ because there's no negative marking in that section. Then another thing about attempting the paper is the mindset. I have spoken to so many people like for IPMAT and for CAT, jinka because of the mindset their paper got spoiled. And I just want to say that now you are at this stage where tum last minute tak bhi pad rahe ho, to kuch cheezein you will not be able to change and kuch cheezein you will not be able to heavily influence, which is why I'm saying that the best thing that you can do is just have a very confident and a positive mindset. I can give you an example. I heard the story of someone जो CAT दे रहा था, and CAT has 3 different sections, right? So they thought that they messed up one section, and because they thought they messed up verbal ability, they just gave up, and QA LRB बुरा गया. Turns out that person got 99.8 percentile in the VA verbal वाला section, and बाकी दोनों में बहुत कम आ गया था. एंड दैट वाज सिंपली बिकॉज मेंटली वो हो गया था, वो गिव अप वाला आ गया था. तो वो कभी मत करना. अगर तुम अटक गए हो, अगर तुम्हें ऐसे लग रहा है कि ओ शिट मैंने 4-5 मिनट एक क्वेश्चन पे वेस्ट कर लिया, ठीक है, जस्ट गैदर योरसेल्फ एंड कीप गोइंग. डोंट थिंक टू मच अबाउट आई विल नॉट बी एबल टू क्लियर नाउ ओनली और इट्स अ लॉस्ट कॉज. Just keep going. Don't let it spoil your flow of giving the paper. Another thing is that now you gave your mocks, right? You did, मतलब सब कुछ आपने कर दिया है, तो अब टेंशन मत लो उतना कि मॉक्स में इतना आ रहा है उतना आ रहा है. मतलब आई विल जस्ट से कि रिवाइज कर लो. एक दिन है तो अच्छे से यू कैन रिवाइज things that are very very important that have been asked in the past. But now take one day to just calm down. Like the last day before the exam, do not attempt a mock, please. Like ये मेरी request है, because तुम्हारा confidence level is, I would say, 80% of the game. मतलब तुम जितना भी prepare कर लो, but अगर तुम्हारा mindset बुरा है तो तुम्हारा पेपर बुरा ही जाएगा. On the other hand, if you have lesser preparation but you have a very confident or very positive mindset while giving the paper, and I know this might sound silly but it's actually very very important. तो ये तो एक बात हो गई. अब I'll just take up a few. There are so many questions. Oh my god, ठीक है. Nikhil is saying, please tell us the best way on how to not mess up verbal ability. So पहले तो before going into the exam hall only, you should ideally have an idea that तुम्हें कौन से ऑर्डर में अटेम्प्ट करना है. मतलब डू यू वांट टू अटेम्प्ट इट इन द ऑर्डर ऑफ द क्वेश्चंस दैट इज देयर ओनली, डू यू वांट टू कम टू द आरसी टू द एंड. एंड आई वुड से take that call based on how you use up your mental energy. Like if you get very exhausted because of the reading comprehension and you're not able to attempt the rest of the things accurately, then do everything else and then come back to the RC. सो वो एक बार थोड़ा प्री डिसाइडेड रखना अपने दिमाग में. एंड वर्बल एबिलिटी यूजुअली यू हैव टाइम, बट दैट डजंट मीन दैट यू गेट वेरी, मतलब तुम मजे में ही ले लो एंड फिर एक्चुअल में यू आर इन शॉर्ट ऑफ टाइम इफ यू गो वेरी सुप्रीमली स्लोली. तो आई वुड से दैट वर्बल एबिलिटी कीप अ डिसेंट पेस एंड बस be थोड़ा mentally prepared on how do you want to tackle the section, like what order. is very subjective, there is no such thing as मतलब ये ऑर्डर होगा तो ही सही होगा, वैसा कुछ नहीं है. आई अटेम्प्टेड इट इन द एग्जैक्ट ऑर्डर ऑफ द क्वेश्चंस दैट वर गिवन. सो या, is 220 enough to get in even if interview doesn't go well? See, if I'm looking at the past year scores and all, so yeah, 220 is good enough, but we don't really know we don't know that if they have any kind of hard limits in the interview कि तुमने कुछ बोल दिया और वो लोग despite your score भी तुम्हें नहीं select करते हैं. We don't know about that. And the second thing that we don't know is that we don't know difficulty level क्या होगा. So I would say that more than looking at it this way, try to attempt as many questions as you can with high accuracy. Like your accuracy level should be very high. No, I didn't take a drop for IPMAT. Tips for verbal ability, how to focus on RC. यार RC के लिए पहले तो practice as many as you can. Try reading from different areas, like RCs come from different areas like philosophy, psychology and all. So aeon karke, there's a website www.aeon.com. Uspe there are a lot of essays on different topics. You can try reading that. You can try analyzing ke what area mein you are not comfortable, like which area is an area that is strange to you, which is why you're losing out on marks. And of course, analyze solutions. Like a lot of people don't focus on the solution. They just see the option गलत है तो सोच लेते हो ये तो गलत हो गया, मेरा पूरा आरसी गलत है. अरे बट देखो तो सही कि क्यों गलत है. See that, go back, redo it. See if you're getting it wrong the second time also, that means that you didn't focus on the solution the first time. So there is no point only of you solving if you are not able to redo it accurately. So I would just say that try resolving also questions that you've gotten wrong. ठीक है. Hey, Tav is asking, is it something written Gujarati on the wall? यार, I'm so sorry for the wall. ये मतलब मेरा कमरा है, but ये पहले जो रहता था उन्होंने किया है. We have to paint over this. तो हाँ. Aditya Shetty is asking, not good in grammar, what to do? So grammar के direct questions तो IPMAT में देखे नहीं है पहले, but what you can do for grammar is that you can, I mean, I would have suggested UniVoyage material because we have comprehensively listed down grammar rules and stuff. But you can also look for any kind of online free resources if you want to go for that, जहाँ पे तुम्हें grammar rules मिल जाए. मतलब simple things like if it's neither nor or either or, then there's going to be is after that, not are. तो वो सब subject verb agreement के rules वगैरह. तो rules तो mostly most of it is just by hearting things. And I feel like if you want to fundamentally improve your grammar in your day-to-day life, then that will only happen if you read more and if you speak more English. बट एग्जाम पॉइंट ऑफ व्यू से देखो तो कुछ रूल्स है वो बाय हार्ट कर लोगे तो तुम्हारा थोड़ा सॉर्ट हो जाएगा. शॉर्टलिस्ट होने के लिए सेक्शनल कट ऑफ क्लियर करना है तो ओवरऑल स्कोर मैटर नहीं ना करता. सब मैटर करता है यार, मतलब ऐसे कुछ भी चीज को वो मत करना ओवरलुक. I'm worried about verbal section. Please tell something for verbal section. Okay, so a lot of y'all are worried, and I would just say that what you can do, and this might sound a little silly or weird to some of you, but what helps me a lot is just doing a little bit of meditation. And I know ये थोड़ा off track जा रहा है from the whole academic advice thing, but a lot of people here in my college also actively do this. They've started doing this in our third years because third years get very supremely hectic. तो ये आपको हेल्प तो करेगा ही. मे बी एट नाइट आफ्टर your dinner and all, the night before the exam, 5 minutes you can take out to just calm yourself down a little bit. Whenever you're stressed before the exam also, remember that you need to be calm. If you're stressed, your mind will not work at the same efficiency level that it's supposed to, so it will be detrimental for you. नोवेयर ओवर थिंकिंग से कुछ बेटर होने तो नहीं वाला है. तो बेटर है कि मतलब खुद को थोड़ा काम डाउन करो. मे बी यू कैन वॉच योर ब्रेथ. दिस इज अनदर थिंग दैट आई डू इफ आई हैव टू गिव एनी प्रेजेंटेशन, या अभी आई वाज इंटर्निंग ऑल्सो समवेयर, तो उधर भी प्रेजेंटेशन था. तो इफ आई गेट स्ट्रेस देन आई जस्ट टेक अ ब्रीदर, आई स्टार्ट वॉचिंग माई ब्रेथ. लाइक आई जस्ट सी के मतलब am I inhaling, am I exhaling, तो वो करके automatically I calm down. I would just say that stay calm. Last दिन chill करो, ज़्यादा tension मत लो. Like revise all your concepts, obviously. Do a little bit of revision, but don't do something very stressful like a mock that can break your confidence. And just relax, talk to your friends, don't ऐसे focus too much. मतलब आई को भी strain मत करो, बस friends family के साथ थोड़ा time spend करो, and then you can recharge with good sleep. Sleep is very important. Don't, I know someone जो कम सोए थे and उनका पेपर उसकी वजह से मैसेज हो गया. मतलब they were very well prepared. तो वो भी मत करना. idioms का कुछ बता दो. idioms का क्या सीन है? Honestly, you can't by heart all the idioms that are there. What you can do is just when the idiom comes in the paper, right, try to look for any connecting story or any background. So one thing that a mentor of mine had told me, which helped me a lot during these competitive exams, was that there are some words that are positive in nature and some words that are negative. This is a very narrow way of looking and classifying words, but तुम जब कुछ भी कॉन्टेक्स्ट में वर्ड को देखोगे, like for example, if you look at the word thunder, it seems negative to you. If you look at the word smile, it seems positive to you. So mentally you can start categorizing these words as positive and negative and look for similar in the options. अगर तुम्हें बिल्कुल भी मीनिंग नहीं पता है, तो you can try this trick of mentally classifying the words as positive, negative, and then seeing in the options also, okay, if it's matching with positive context or negative context. And I'm just seeing कि अगर तुम्हें बिल्कुल भी मीनिंग नहीं पता है और तुम्हें मतलब फ्लूक देना है, तो otherwise idioms usually, the way we have been taught to tackle it and the way that I tell people to tackle it is also to look for hidden stories, meanings. Most idioms are anecdotal. कुछ historical story होती है उसके पीछे. तो अगर तुम्हें कुछ याद आ रहा है कि कोई ग्रीक माइथोलॉजी में इसके रिलेटेड कुछ स्टोरी थी और उसकी कनेक्शन में मीनिंग है, तो मोस्ट इडियम्स आर लाइक दैट ओनली. तुम ऑनेस्टली एक दो दिन में बैठ के पूरा इडियम्स का लिस्ट बाय हार्ट तो नहीं कर सकते. तो आई वुड से मे बी यू कैन फोकस ऑन समथिंग एल्स दैट वुड बी मोर रिवॉर्डिंग instead of this, because what are the odds that whatever you by hearted will actually come in the paper, and what are the odds that you remember it? There are a lot of probabilities going on, and it's not, but if you do ऐसे mentally, if you see के the time that I'm spending and उसका worth, वो मुझे पर्सनली वर्थ नहीं दिखता है, which is I am seeing something like parajumbles और reading comprehensions जो शॉर्ट शॉर्ट आने वाला है, उस पे ज्यादा फोकस करो. तो हाँ, चीट कोड्स फॉर आरसी, कुछ चीट कोड्स नहीं है, प्रैक्टिस करो. सम सिंपल थिंग्स लाइक यू नो when you're reading, try to class. So this is something that Arun Sharma ke book mein tha, which is that when you're reading an RC, you do two things. One is you make a mental theme, कि मतलब ये पूरे पैसेज का थीम क्या है, इट्स अराउंड व्हाट, एंड वन लाइन दैट इज समराइजिंग द एंटायर थिंग. यू जस्ट नीड टू डू दिस मेंटली एंड दिस विल गिव यू अ लॉट ऑफ क्लैरिटी ऑन द पैसेज कॉन्टेक्स्ट. तो ये तुम कर सकते हो, बट ऐसे कुछ चीट कोड नहीं है आंसर्स के लिए. आई एम सॉरी. Okay, someone's asking what things to take to exam center. This was my second part that I wanted to tackle. When I went to the exam center, it was supremely cold, and temperature, matlab jitna bhi trivial hai, it does matter. So I would say take a jacket, take water. They give rough sheets, but it's better if you carry some on your own, white blank ones. Your hall ticket and all, Aadhaar jo bhi mang rahe, that to definitely take. Take pens, uh, wear clothes that are comfortable. Use the washroom before the exam. Don't waste your exam time फॉर यूजिंग द वॉशरूम. पहले तो वो लोग रोकने नहीं वाले तुम्हारे लिए, तो प्लीज पहले जाके आओ. या मतलब डोंट ड्रिंक वाटर. आई डोंट नो व्हाटएवर यू डू, बट लाइक डोंट waste your exam time. 3-4 minutes are also very precious, or 2 minutes, whatever that is for you, but वो बहुत precious है. तो मतलब पहले से ensure that you are very very ready before you start. Also test your computers. So at 1 or 2 centers I spoke to some of my friends जिसका यहाँ पे clear हो गया है, उनको उनका कंप्यूटर रुक गया था and they didn't get the time that they lost. Luckily they lost out on only 2 to 3 minutes as compared to, you know, like losing out on a major chunk of time, which of course it's still bad if you're losing out on 2 to 3 minutes also. तो एक बार तुम्हारा device test कर लो ताकि it doesn't, you know, stop in the middle. And अगर वो रुकता भी है तो मतलब make sure that you fight for your time, because that is very very important. Like वो center to center ही होगा. तुम सोचोगे कि बाद में तुम IIM इंदौर में बात करोगे तो वो नहीं होने वाला. मतलब एक बार एग्जाम हो गई तो हो गई. Very difficult to take a retest for a single person. So when you are there and if something like this happens also, don't मतलब get disappointed or upset. The first thing that you should do is just fight for your time and what you, मतलब बेसिक थिंग है, डिजर्व करते हो तुम, सबको इक्वल टाइम मिलना चाहिए. तो हाँ. हाउ मेनी स्टूडेंट्स गिविंग IPM? यार ये साल आई एम थिंकिंग दैट लॉट ऑफ पीपल विल, देयर अराउंड 25,000 तो शायद मतलब देंगे ही एटलीस्ट. दैट इज माई पर्सनल एस्टिमेशन, माइट बी रॉन्ग. If someone didn't complete 100% syllabus, then is there any possibility to crack IPMAT? Yes, because 100% syllabus तो होता ही नहीं है, because IPMAT syllabus is so vast. Like it's very difficult to finish everything till the last day. And if you feel like you finished everything, then maybe you're doing something wrong. So I would just say that don't worry about this. Already gave 2 mocks today. एक का और दे दूँ? नहीं, एनालाइज कर लो मॉक एंड बस रिलैक्स कर लो. नो नीड टू ओवर बर्डन योरसेल्फ. शुड वी अटेम्प्ट अ मॉक टुडे? इफ यू वांट टू टुडे यू कैन. कल मत करो प्लीज, because my only concern is that if you get a bad score and if it breaks your confidence, it will ruin your entire attempt. तो वही मेन है. Instead you can go back and look at the things that you got wrong in the previous mocks and try resolving them. ठीक है. Pratham is saying in QAMCQ, what should be the ideal attempt out of 40? I think 25 is good, but that is my judgment on previous years का difficulty level. ये साल का पता नहीं है कितना होगा. तो हाँ. Atharv Bajpai is saying, from where can I score more in verbal other than vocab and idioms? I would say that para jumbles, RC, fill in the blanks. ये तीनों kind of areas that have been coming in the past. We don't know अगर ये साल कुछ turn around हुआ है major, but अगर पहले जैसा ही है तो ये तीन areas तो definitely you can score well. Good question. Sayam is asking, is there negative marking in BA para jumble in which you have to type answer? So the interesting thing is कि last 2 साल से वो लोग clarify कर ही नहीं रहे whether they are cutting marks on it negatively or not, which is why we would say that out of prudency, make sure that you don't give flukes. मतलब you assume that there will be negative marking because you have to think prudently. मतलब तुम्हें precautiously सोचना है इसके लिए. हमें पता नहीं है बिकॉज वो लोग ने एक बार ऐसे क्लैरिफाई नहीं किया है कि उसमें वो लोग कट करेंगे कि नहीं करेंगे, तो हमें वो ही अज्यूम करके चलना है कि करेंगे, सो दैट यू नो वी डोंट ओवर एस्टिमेट आवर अटेम्प्ट. तो वो ध्यान में रखना. हाँ, संदीप इज सेइंग के क्वांट और हायर मैथ्स बहुत प्रॉब्लम हो रही है. हाँ, तो क्वांट्स और हायर मैथ के लिए आई वुड से कि अभी लास्ट 1-2 दिन में तो यू कांट डू द फुल सिलेबस. अगर तुम्हारी बहुत ही ज्यादा प्रॉब्लम हो रही है तो फोकस ऑन इम्पोर्टेंट एरियाज जो पास्ट ईयर्स में ज्यादा आते रहे हैं. मतलब previous years में you'll see a trend that some topics are being asked very commonly. तो वो उस पे ज्यादा फोकस कर लो. If I attempt both RCs at the last, then after attempting other questions, how much should I have left for the RCs? यार, so I would say कि पहले तो तुम्हें तुम्हारा average time attempt for one RC पता होना चाहिए. अगर नहीं पता है तो मतलब take a rough estimate based on your speed. It also depends on the length. तो अगर cat जितना length है तो around 6 minutes type तुम सोच सकते हो या 8 minutes मैक्स. बट अगर मतलब प्रीवियस ईयर आईपी मैट का जो छोटे वाले आरसीज आते दे यूजुअली टेक अराउंड 5 to 6 minutes, लाइक all of it max limit. So you, I would suggest sit and solve the past years के all RCs and time yourself. See how much time you're taking for one. Take an average of all the times that are there, and then you keep that in mind when you're solving other questions. हाँ, सेक्शनल टाइमिंग होगा मानसी. Priya is asking any tips for QA to increase accuracy. For QA, I would just say that attempt very smartly, like pick your questions very, very smartly. मतलब that is all that this is about अभी. मतलब प्रेपरेशन हो गया, कॉन्सेप्ट्स तुम्हें पता है, अब बस द एंटायर गेम इज जस्ट ऑन वेदर यू आर एबल टू पिक द राइट काइंड ऑफ क्वेश्चंस. इफ यू आर, देन योर अटेम्प्ट विल बी फिनोमिनल. तो जस्ट मेक श्योर दैट यू पिक द राइट क्वेश्चंस दैट यू आर अटेम्प्टिंग. एंड अगर तुम्हें एट एनी पॉइंट ऑफ टाइम लगे कि ओ ये क्वेश्चन पे मतलब काफी ज्यादा टाइम जाने वाला है, लाइक 4 मिनट जाने वाले हैं, तो मत करो, छोड़ दो. लाइक एक बार पूरा गो थ्रू करो, फिर दूसरी बार पूरा गो थ्रू करो. एंड try matlab doing it in iterations as compared to just picking up a question and spending all your energy on one question and you not getting it right. And don't be under assumptions. Like last year someone just attempted the DILR, मतलब वो जो केसलेट आया था वही अटेम्प्ट कर दिया थिंकिंग दैट उतना कट ऑफ के लिए काफी होगा तो मेरा तो हो जाएगा. बट दे गॉट द एंटायर थिंग रॉन्ग एंड दे वर जस्ट रिलाइंग ऑन दैट. दे स्पेंड देयर एंटायर टाइम जस्ट डूइंग दैट केसलेट. सो डोंट do ऐसे risky things. मतलब make sure that you are going through the entire paper and solving things that you are very, very sure of. Okay. Abhirup Palit says, Didi, I have zero preparation. Do you think I should focus on CUET instead of IPM? यार एग्जाम्स दे दो फिर डिसाइड करना. अगर तुम्हारा जीरो प्रेपरेशन तो है तो एनी विच इज आई डोंट थिंक यू हैव एनीथिंग टू लूज राइट नाउ. Score, I would say around 220 to 240 is a good range considering the last year के difficult, last few years के difficulty levels. But don't know ये साल क्या difficulty आने वाला है, तो we will say that. Sanchit Saraswat is saying, any chance of IIM Bangalore joining the IPM program? IIM Bangalore is getting a bachelor's in entrepreneurship program coming up soon. I think 2023 they are launching. But I am not sure about IPM. वो मुझे doubtful लग रहा है. Jack Sparrow is asking, is switching between sections provided in exam? नहीं, तुम switch नहीं कर सकते. संदीप कुमार इज आस्किंग कि अगर एक सेक्शन में नहीं हुआ और दूसरे में हुआ तो चलेगा? नहीं, ऐसा नहीं है, सेक्शनल कट ऑफ तो है. Hetav Shah is asking on-screen calculator. Yes, we did have an on-screen calculator and you were able to use it only with the mouse. And I feel like the on-screen calculator is a way to distract you and waste your time. Don't use it if you absolutely need it, because otherwise most of the calculations are mental and they are fast. If you do feel like you absolutely need it, तो कर लो, but it's using your mouse. तो वो थोड़ी दिक्कत हो सकती है, टाइम ज्यादा जाएगा. Sanchit is saying, I am Lucknow, Shillong, IPM next year. शिलोंग का सुना है बट श्योर नहीं है. लखनऊ तो बिन हियरिंग सिंस क्वाइट अ लॉन्ग टाइम बट वी डोंट नो फॉर श्योर. सुमित, हाँ पढ़ लो. सुमित इज ऑल्सो सेइंग. सुमित तुम्हारा भी तो है एग्जाम. When would be the question papers be out for other students? We don't know if they will be out or not. Also, we'll try our best to get memory based questions for you guys. But yes. हाँ, calculator as in physical calculator नहीं allowed है. There'll be on screen calculator. What types of operations can we do with the calculator? So I used the calculator in my exam for the data interpretation part. Usme there were one two multiplications that were very long enough. And मेरा end में था, मतलब I had enough time to sit and click and do it. तो इसके लिए I used it, but it's not, मतलब it will not come in handy for anything else. Abhay is saying yesterday I attempted a mock and some topics are not there, like sets, matrices, and no DI set. And because of that, my attempts were less. So in the actual exam, will these topics be there like in 2019? Yeah, it's on them honestly. Like they can choose whatever topic combination that they want. We don't know. We make estimates based on commonalities in the past few years, but that is just to make your life easier. ऐसा भी हो सकता है कि वो पूरा कर्व बॉल करे. But in that case also वो सबके लिए कर्व बॉल होगा because majority of you have certain expectations in mind about the paper. तो हाँ. Can non-math students get into SRCC and other DU colleges? यार DU वाला तो अलग सीन है. अभी IPMAT की बात कर रहे हैं हम. Abhash is saying we barely got time for preparation after the boards. What do you say? So, pehle to you have to understand mix of people. There are people that have been preparing for a long time, people that have been preparing just after boards like you, people that will not prepare and just give it. And all kinds of people get in. Like there are people that don't prepare and they get in. There are people जिसने 2 साल drop लिया और उनका तो भी नहीं होता है. तो ऐसे you can't use time as a good enough factor for this. I would just say कि relative exam है. You are saying we barely got time ना, तो तुम मतलब सबको ही time नहीं मिला है. An exam तो relative है, तो no need to worry so much at this point of time. Para jumbles में I would just say that try looking for compulsory pairs. एक बार वो भी देख लो. Go back to see the ones that you didn't get right. Try resolving them. And another thing in para jumbles is that read the solutions that are given after you solve. Like तुम जहाँ से भी solve करे वहाँ पे solutions होंगे, तो वो एक बार ढंग से पढ़ लो. Atharv Utharkar is saying buffer over other people. As I have said that, मतलब I think 220 to 240 is a good range, but difficulty level नहीं पता है, तो इसके लिए. हाँ मतलब नॉन मैथ स्टूडेंट्स होते तो है, सब जगह होते हैं. आईपीएम में नॉन मैथ स्टूडेंट्स टॉप कर रहे हैं अक्रॉस द बैच. सो are there any students who took 2 drop also in Indore? Yes, there are a lot of my batch. lot नहीं, मतलब है कुछ तो है. 6-7 लोग हैं जिन्होंने 2 साल ड्रॉप दिया है. Aditya is asking, can I think about second year partial drop? I think Aditya right now you should think about 2nd July IPMAT IIM Indore attempt. फिर बाद में सोचना. And तभी also make sure that you have a safety net. There are people that मतलब 2 साल भी उनके बाद भी उनका नहीं होता है. तो I would say कि safety net हमेशा होना चाहिए. Pen and paper provided for rough work. Paper is provided. Pen, they didn't provide it to us. I would just say for safety, take blank A4 sized sheets of paper. Take your pen. Also, start में ना try asking. Like what I did is that I in the start only asked for extra papers. They were just giving 2 to every single person. और मैंने थोड़ा मतलब मैंने उनको ऐसे please बोल के और 2 ले लिए. Which helped me a lot because during the exam I didn't have to wait or ask again. So if you can do that and get extra sheets, it will be helpful to you. हाँ, कैलकुलेटर में प्लस माइनस मल्टीप्लिकेशन डिविजन ही है एंड द एक्सपोनेंशियल. So Abhash is saying that you lost all your confidence after the Rohtak exam. So I'm just telling you, there are people that lose their confidence thinking something has gone wrong, and then ऐसे होता है कि वो उतना बुरा नहीं था, and maybe चलो ठीक है बुरा भी गया होगा, you still focus on Indore and do it. I have friends here जिनका रोहतक clear नहीं हुआ है, but उनका इंदौर हो गया है. And I mean, obviously, Indore by ranking and because the program is also older is a much better option than Rohtak. So that's why I'm saying that don't worry right now, just focus on the exam and then you think later whether you want to take a drop or not. Do you get time to party, enjoy fun, or you study all day? It's very dependent on your priorities. Like you have the choice to do whatever you want over here, honestly. You are not accountable to anyone. तो तुम पे है. वेदात्मान is asking when will the interview be? I think इंदौर वाले अगस्त या सितंबर तक बुला लेंगे. तो उसके पहले मतलब रिजल्ट्स के 2-3 हफ्ते पहले होगा. तो आई thinking that the interview would be around 2.5 weeks after the results. I mean, after the IPMAT paper, you'll get the interview ka shortlist 2.5 weeks after that. But again, not sure this year, they might change it also. नहीं, डेनिस रैगिंग नहीं होती है. Yes, you will get an on-screen calculator, Yuvraj. Okay, so I think I've addressed most of the questions here. Uh, Ritisha, paper attempting strategy. We have a video on mocks. And if I have to put it very shortly for you, VA pura karna hai. Just make sure that you know whether you want to attempt RCs in the start or in the end. Essay also try and at least filling in answers for everything. And obviously for select few, your accuracy should be 100% because essay में negative marking नहीं है. For QMCQ, do one iteration, pick around 10 easy ones that you can do, then do another iteration, pick around 5 to 10 moderately difficult ones that you can solve. Of course this number can keep changing. मतलब मुझे मैं रफली बोल रही हूँ but मुझे पता नहीं है कि कितनी easy or difficult questions होंगे पेपर में. And then you do a final iteration where you can pick 5 difficult ones, and basically the entire thing is on just picking the right questions and solving them accurately. Safe score for SC category, we will be able to tell after we get the paper in hand. अभी के लिए you can go on the website, RTI है, last few years के कट ऑफ्स है तो उसका तुम एवरेज निकाल सकते हो, but don't know till we have the difficulty level in hand of the paper. Okay, I think that was it from my side. IIM Ranchi would take sectional cutoffs in consideration or just the total score. तो इसके लिए मतलब you'll have to wait for a circular from their end. सिर्फ कट ऑफ क्लियर करके can I assure a seat? No, there is interview as well for IPMAT IIM Indore. They didn't tell me my score. I was rank 14. Someone is asking, does mock score really matter? It is just there to give you like a guidance on matlab, how much you can keep improving, and also to give you a rough idea on where you're standing compared to other people. It was a relative exam. You have to understand that a lot of things change on the final day as compared to the mock score. So don't completely feel dejected because of it, or at the same time don't feel overconfident because you're doing well in mocks. Who will prepare question paper for IPMAT? यार नहीं पता, and honestly this should not be something that you should be worried about, or it shouldn't matter that much to you. ठीक है, I think I have answered. Uh, okay, in my attempt, I answered everything except 4 questions in QA MCQ. So that was it. But मेरा केस बहुत अलग था. You can check the 2020 paper एक बार if you want. Okay, there are people that are asking for last minute tips. So ये at the start of the video मैंने बता दिया. I would again just reiterate that relax a little bit. Don't give a mock the day before your exam. Don't strain your eyes too much. Sleep well. Meditate a little if you want. And majorly, I would just say that revise all the formulae. Like keep revising that. You should not get stuck in the paper because you don't know a particular formula. Like you can get stuck अगर तुम्हें question समझ नहीं आ रहा है या question complicated है. But if you are getting stuck because you don't know a particular formula, तो वो थोड़ा it will be more time consuming for you, right? तो बस वही would be my summary of whatever I said in the start. One important topics for quants, we have a video on this that is dedicated just for this. Roughly, I would tell you previously number systems, matrices, determinants have been asked a lot. Logs के 2-3 questions पहले आते थे functions, permutations, combination and probability, like the whole modern math वाला chunk. So yeah. Okay, I think that we are leading up to an end in the life. I would just say, when will the session commence? Expecting around August to September, not sure yet. It is completely dependent on IIM Indore administration. Yes, my classes are offline right now, through. I just came back from class. ठीक है. तो बस आई थिंक वी विल बी कंक्लूडिंग दिस. अमुदा, शॉर्ट आंसर टाइप क्वेश्चन टिप्स के लिए शॉर्ट आंसर्स वेरी सिमिलर टू एमसीक्यू. तुम आइटरेशंस में सॉल्व कर सकते हो. जस्ट मेक श्योर यू राइट आंसर्स फॉर एवरीथिंग बिफोर यू लीव. इट इज नेगेटिव मार्किंग नहीं है उसमें. एंड द बेस्ट पार्ट इज देयर आर सम क्वेश्चंस जहाँ पे आइडिया होती है. लाइक इफ इट्स अ लॉग का क्वेश्चन, you know that the answer may be either the number of terms that is there or maybe one, right? So in such case, at least you have certain predictions and guesses. तो लिख के आओ, because negative marking तो नहीं है, you don't have anything to lose. So that is all I would say for short answer, and you can attempt it in iterations. Pritesh, for verbal, see where you are losing. मतलब vocab वगैरह you can't by heart any which ways in 1-2 days that are there. Try to fix your reading comprehension and para jumbles. They are concept based things. अगर concept समझ आ जाएगा तो जितने भी questions होंगे वो ideally right ही आने चाहिए. तो वो देख लो. अगर छुआ नहीं है verbal को last day क्या करे, तो para jumbles, fill in the blanks, reading comprehension, phrasal verbs, ये सब के concept समझ लो और थोड़े practice कर लो. हाँ, sectional timing होता है हर्षिका. ठीक है. I didn't take a drop, Ayush. Again, I don't understand how me taking a drop will be relevant, because यहाँ पे है लोग जिन्होंने ड्रॉप लिया, and it doesn't matter. Like once you join, it really doesn't matter तुमने ड्रॉप लिया नहीं लिया, तुम कौन से स्ट्रीम से हो. So it's all chill. मतलब don't worry too much about that. Okay, I think we can end this. Most of the new questions are things that we have addressed in the video. Thank you so much for coming in. I can stay for another 2 minutes till 41. And I mean, of course, if you want me to stay longer, I can stay longer also. Shad is saying I'm coming as your junior. Yeah, would be excited to see people that have just been talking through YouTube. क्षितिज, मैं IIM इंदौर में हूँ. आर्यन, हाउ टू नो इफ आई एम सिलेक्टेड और नॉट फॉर इंटरव्यू, तुम्हें ईमेल आ जाएगा एंड सब जगह टेलीग्राम सब जगह पे अनाउंस हो जाएगा कि रिजल्ट्स आ गए, तो वहां पे देख लेना. Tony, my score, they don't tell the selected people their score. I was all India rank 14, but they don't tell the score. If you are NDA, NDSSCB recommended, does it help in the interview? इंटरव्यू में हेल्प एज इन क्या होता है कि तुम मेंशन कर सकते हो, बट then they will cross question you a lot on the exam and everything, so see if you are prepared for answering that, and they'll even ask you that why did you not choose that, तो वो सब आ जाएगा on the side. Okay. Safe score for general 220 to 240 is what I feel on the previous difficulty level. But हाँ, दीदी कोई रीजन है क्या स्कोर ना बताने का सिलेक्टेड स्टूडेंट्स को? नहीं, ऐसे कुछ रीजन नहीं. आई डोंट थिंक इतना रेलेवेंट है. मतलब मुझे ऑनेस्टली सिलेक्शन के बाद उतना वो रेलेवेंस नहीं था कि मेरा क्या स्कोर है, बिकॉज आई डिड गेट सिलेक्टेड एंड बिकॉज आई नो माई रैंक, तो आई विल नो कि मतलब कितना ऊपर नीचे जा रहा है मेरा, होगा कि नहीं होगा. तो वही है. मतलब आई डोंट थिंक वो उतना कुछ स्पेसिफिक रीजन होगा इसके लिए. मोटिवेशन कट ऑफ का वी विल टॉक पोस्ट द पेपर. मतलब एक बार डिफिकल्टी वगैरह वी गेट टू नो, देन वील बी एबल टू एस्टिमेट द कट ऑफ्स. Motivation, I would just say that bas abhi you guys have put in a lot of effort. This is the last leg. Just push yourself for your last revision, formulae revision. If you want to give one mock today, de do. Aaj last day mock ka. Um, and कल relax कर लो evening को. Family के साथ time spend करो. Don't strain your eyes and don't watch. I mean, I personally would not recommend watching some series or something like that on the last day, because it will just lull you. Like तुम्हारा brain capacity मतलब वो occupy करेगा बहुत, और वो दिक्कत हो जाएगी. तो I would just say that spend some time with your friends and family, and just relax a little. Do whatever relaxes you. I don't know. Like I personally meditate and just watch my breath. So you can just calm yourself down a little bit. Exam ke waqt also make sure that you have the best possible positive mindset. Don't be stressed. Just understand तुम stress हो रहे हो, तुम overthink कर रहे हो, it is going to make it worse. Better नहीं होने वाला है. और अगर तुम स्ट्रेस होके तुम्हारा अटेम्प्ट ज्यादा फास्ट कर रहे हो, तो उसमें शायद हो सकता है कि ज्यादा गलतियां हो, या यू हैव टू रीडू समथिंग, तो और टाइम बिगड़ेगा. तो जस्ट बी काम एंड डोंट take a lot of stress. Don't think that this is going to change my entire life or my life will be very different. Just give it with a good amount of seriousness, but also वो mindset कि नहीं हुआ तो कुछ और फोड़ देंगे. मतलब मेरा जाने के वक्त वही mindset था कि अगर नहीं होगा तो मतलब अगर इंदौर ने बाय बोल दिया तो मैं तो अहमदाबाद जाऊंगी. मेरा वो थॉट प्रोसेस था. एंड आई नो इट्स थोड़ा ओवर कॉन्फिडेंट एंड गलत, बट द थिंग इज दैट वो उसकी वजह से मुझे एटलीस्ट वो स्ट्रेस नहीं था देने के वक्त कि ओ दिस इज गोइंग टू बी लाइक अ डिफाइनिंग मोमेंट फॉर माई लाइफ. तो इसके लिए जस्ट डोंट टेक टू मच टेंशन. हो जाएगा. अगर ये नहीं होगा तो कुछ और कर लोगे. इतना स्ट्रेस मत लो. एंड ऑनेस्टली इज नॉट द एंड ऑफ द वर्ल्ड. ऐसे लोग नहीं सिलेक्ट हुए और दे हैव डन बेटर ऑल्सो. तो उतना टेंशन मत लो. जस्ट गिव योर बेस्ट एंड देन डोंट वरी टू मच. एट दिस पॉइंट ऑफ टाइम तो प्रेपरेशन तो हो गई है, जितनी भी हुई है. कम हुई है तो भी हो गई. अब टाइम तो नहीं है, तो relax, give the attempt your best shot, and then you can be very relieved. Once the paper will get over, you will be so happy, like so supremely happy and relieved, and you can do whatever you want to do. Like if you like going for a movie or whatever you want to do post your exam. Okay, there are a lot of what to do in last day type questions. हाँ, लास्ट डे बस फॉर्मूले रिवाइज कर लो. रिवाइज फॉर्मूले, ओवरऑल कॉन्सेप्ट रिविजन इफ यू वांट टू डू फॉर वीए, एंड बाकी spend some time with your friends and family, calm your mind. Last day there's no point in trying to cram up things. Parents का pressure है कि clear करो then. So understand one thing कि like our parents, they don't come from the wrong place or wrong intention. They just want the best for us. But अगर तुम्हारा वो स्ट्रेस हो रहा है और उसके वजह से तुम मतलब अच्छे से कर नहीं पा रहे हो, तो तुम्हारे लिए काउंटर प्रोडक्टिव होगा. पहले एग्जाम दे दो, फिर बाद में थिंक अबाउट द अदर रेपरकशंस ऑन क्या होगा क्या नहीं होगा. पेरेंट्स विल कम अराउंड, मतलब तुम बात कर लोगे एंड में, तो दे विल कम अराउंड, डोंट वरी. सम थिंग्स आर नॉट कंप्लीटली इन योर हैंड्स, रिमेंबर दैट. तो हाँ, थैंक यू फॉर द 100 rupees yourself. Is arithmetic enough for quants? No. If I look at the past year's papers also, arithmetic would have not been enough for clearing the cutoff. And in general, I would never say any one topic is enough for quants, because sabhi karna hai, you don't really know kya aayega, kya nahi aayega. Okay, thank you so very much for all your questions. Really appreciate that you took out the time to come. Just wanted to do quick Q&A, जो भी last minute, मतलब एक last बार बस बात करनी थी सबके साथ, so that from our side, UniVoyage is wishing everyone all the very best. If you need anything, you can reach out on Instagram and Telegram to me. It's a little difficult for me to answer everyone, but I do understand कि last दिन है, तो we'll try to make some time. And all the best. Don't take too much tension, and give your best shot. Stay calm and focused and composed. And in case you have any other doubts, you can leave them down in the comment section below. We will answer them. Okay, thank you. Subscribe to UniVoyage. Thank you for showing up.